Hello there guys, and welcome back to Reborn with Michael Watson, and today I want to talk about Dr. Joe Dispenza. I haven't spoken about him on this channel in a dedicated video in a long time, and today I really want to talk about it because there is something that we really need to discuss. Brain and heart coherence. What is it simply? Why does it work? Let's get into the nuts and bolts of this. And let me give you the deepest explanation I can. Before I go into this, if you like spirituality and complex stuff around it, simplified, please consider subscribing to the channel and give me a like if you enjoy this video. Also, join my free Facebook group, The Healing Circle, which is a wonderful place full of like-minded people. We've built a wonderful community there. I hope to see you there, guys. Now, moving on into this video. I'm talking about brain and heart coherence. Let me just, from watching these thousands of interviews and studying the books and everything, and also studying different spiritual modalities, brain and heart coherence isn't a new thing. Now, obviously, with Dr. Joe Dispenza, he speaks about like how we measure it. You know, I'm measuring the brain and I start to see it firing coherently. We're measuring the heart and we start to see it beating coherently, and it creates this magnetic field. But at the same time, when he explains it, he says, when you have a coherent brain, you can start to focus on your vision, and when you've got a coherent heart, you can start to feel the feelings of that vision now as if it's real. Now the thing is this is a concept that has been around for many years, that he is now sort of measuring in a data driven way. But let's just break it down. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he sees. You know, that's it. What we think from the mind, you know. So it's like, as if I can think here and feel it in my heart and feel it, it will be that. But here's what I want to say. There is a point of being that you get to. Now, meditation gets you to brain and heart coherence very clearly, obviously. But there's also the method that I created here that I do on a daily basis will get you into brain and heart coherence, because in fact, brain and heart coherence is when there is no visible danger present to you. You are totally at peace. You're totally relaxed. So the method that I'm talking about is the observation method. So you observe, you observe, you recognize where it is on your body. So let me try and break it down. So you have a feeling. So in that moment you observe, you start to relax, you release it, and then you re-intend from there. Because at that point of release, you come to brain and heart coherence, you come to peace. So let's think about what Joe Dispenza is doing in his meditations. He's getting you to open your focus so that you're not focusing on a single point. You're not in that sort of beta-driven, I need to focus on this situation and deal with it. You start to become open-focused. That's what sensing space is. That's the energy of space. You're just simply opening your focus. So when it comes to brain and heart coherence, what happens is you hit that point when your body is in absolute peace. It perceives no danger now or in front of it. It can become totally present. You see, presence is brain and heart coherence, because now what you can do is you can clearly start to see a vision, or claim boldly, like I like to do with words, that which I want to experience. Now, trust me, when we start to listen to Dr. Joe, sometimes it can be like, well, no, I need to get into this physical state of being. I need to measure myself. I need to do this. Trust me, my friends. I mean, sometimes you're in brain and heart coherence when you're playing tennis. Sometimes you're in brain and heart coherence when you're dancing, singing. It is when you are so present that you are not you are detached from everything else. You are just in the flow. So what is it then? So I tend to use this. I notice how I'm feeling within the environment, because this is one of the biggest lessons I got from Dr. Joe as well. How do I feel in the environment? Well, that triggered me. That's made me feel something. So I'm going to observe, relax, release, then re-intend. So someone called it the other day the ORRR method. And I promise you, in that moment you are coherent. So then when you claim or you visualize from that moment and you re-intend it, it will come to you. Now, just to explain brain and heart coherence, Dr. Joe is saying that there comes a point where the brain is firing, it's connecting and it's firing its electrodes and electrons there that are starting to really come into unison. So there is no resistance in the brain. This is what brain coherence is. There's no resistance against whatever image now I place in front of me. That's where you find that same feeling in peace. So there's no resistance. This is what Abraham Hicks was talking about. This is what Neville's been talking about. This is what Joseph Murphy's been talking about. You get into a very relaxed state. Then your heart goes into this relaxed state. He says it starts to create a magnetic field that actually speak to each other. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he sees. So I don't want you to overcomplicate the idea of brain and heart coherence. It's a natural state of being that we get to when we're at peace, when we're relaxed. It isn't a magical state of being that you get only from meditation. You can connect to this level of wonderful non-resistant focus at any point of the day by just starting to sit and very much relax your body, observe any area in the body that has any tension or resistance, and just focus on it until you feel that feeling of relief. I tend to notice that I get shivers over my body. In that moment now, I have added onto that thing. Now I'm adding onto it that has meaning. So what we add meaning to is also going to help. So when you start to say, when you get too intense about getting into brain and heart coherence, you're now saying, I cannot create until I get into this state of being. You're always connected to creation. Trust me. I know that from when I've had amazing weeks and when I've had terrible weeks and the situations that happen around them. What comes first, the feeling or the situation? Trust me, it's the feeling. So all I'm saying to you is if you are very highly aware of your feelings, you observe, you start to notice them, you release and you re-intend, you will come back to sense of peace, you'll come back to coherence, you can start to create. Now, obviously, go and do a Joe Dispenza meditation to get into that space too. He's designed them wonderfully to open up your brain and relax your body. But you can get it from deep breathing. You can get the same from just laying back into the bed until you feel like you're drifting off, but you keep your mind alive. You're in that moment. You are able to access the creative parts of your energy, the creative parts of your subconscious mind. So trust me, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he sees biblical. It is something that is a well-known fact that if we can think and feel in a coherent manner for a prolonged period of time, you will create it. Now, what am I saying? You know me if you watch my channel. Do not force those feelings. From that place of peace, the simple act of the imagery of your vision or of your claim statement will bring up those emotions, and then you let them expand and grow. And then you relax. You know, it is an absolute place of peace. So I hope that you enjoyed this video today, guys. If you have stuck it round to the end, I do want you to know that I have my Living Reborn membership, which is now active on my website, and it is full of wonderful content on there, exclusive content, as well as a library of many wonderful learnings and videos and meditations and bi-weekly live calls with me as well. So I hope to see you guys all there. I love you all. Thank you. Give me a like, share and subscribe if you found this helpful. And I'll see you at the next one, guys. Take care.